So we lucked out today, and right outside my job site, they're cutting down some trees on the side of the road. They're like clearing everything in Connecticut, anywhere within like 50 or 100 feet of the street. I forget what it is, but they're kind of making a mess of it. They're ripping down all the trees, and it kind of looks ridiculous, but got some wood out of the deal. So this will be next year. These trees are all still alive and good, so this still has a season and everything, but we got two trailer fulls now, and I know I got a third or fourth trailer, probably at least. I know I got at least a third, maybe a fourth, so. And I'm sure if I drive around town, I know they're cutting all over town, so I'm sure I could get more. But yeah, so good score. Just wanted to fill you in.
Just trying to dig in the last post hole for the makeshift fence. And the ground's pretty frozen already, but he seems to be getting through the permafrost, and it's getting a little easier now.
I broke through it. Sit down a bit better.
We've got a nice piece of cedar for this post, and I like it because I like these ones with the knots and branches and things like that. I think it looks nice and can hang bird feeders and stuff off of it. I'm kind of excited about that one. I was just having a fire and working after work and haven't gone and gotten the wood today. And we split up a bunch of wood and started stacking it to wood that we had up here that was ready to be cut. Brought one of the loads of wood up. He's been working on cutting it with the chainsaw. He's going to start splitting it. Got a little bit more behind us too. He's working on splitting right now. Some nice big stuff, which is good. We still have to go down and get the other load. Did bring a wedge with us because some of them are splitting like that. But I assume that some aren't going to.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. It's probably going to be his main job all day, and then I'll be stacking it all. I'm working on my fence at the moment.
So Steph's over working on the fence. It's coming along nicely. Posts she put in are holding up. We screwed through the posts, and then we're tying to the trees with twine. We're tying the posts with twine too, just to make it all match. Rebuilt the fire pit a little bit. Try to step back here. Just another temporary set. We'll build a big one soon. This one's nice though. So just wanted to share. We came up yesterday in the pouring rain because we were a little nervous because the door flap we cut was still just a slice, so we're worried about water getting in. So we came and put a second flap over the outside because that will get cut out for a doorway. Now it's just temporary. But we were glad to see that there were no leaks. There was no water on the plastic. There was no water coming down anywhere. We had a leak inside the camper that we had to cover over, that now we have the roof up, we took off, and everything's still completely dry inside. So that's good. But yeah, so glad everything held up rain tight and no water on the deck. So we finally got a door on the place. Steph's cutting out the plastic now. So that'll be nice. Ooh.
That's the hard part.
So now we don't have to crawl inside. So we're just gonna tuck the plastic in along the edges. inside the door frame, staple it. I'll probably put a bead of silicone around it. We gotta do some kind of a kick plate on the bottom. But this is mainly only till late spring, summer, when we plan on rolling up the plastic. So I've been digging up rocks all around our main center tree here. I want to try and sweep off this big rock and make it a little more exposed. I think it'll look nice. I've just been gathering all those rocks and bringing them over to our rock pile for our future fire pit and everything. Trying to just build up a good amount of rock before we start building it. I got a lot of stuff above ground, but anything I can dig up that's just needed to be dig up anyway, it always helps, so kill two birds with one stone. Otherwise there's some rock all out there I want to get to. But yeah, so keep them busy.
Made a kick plate, if I'm using the right terminology, for the door. And I just used some of the thin strips of cedar that we had. I just used 3 of them because they weren't tall enough to completely block the door. So I used 2 on the bottom, and then put 1 that the door shuts right up against to give us a good seal. And then I'm going to put some caulking or seal or something to that effect in the corners. Make sure it doesn't let any air through. So while I was working on making that kick plate, I did a little bit more work to my bird's cage before it got too dark to see inside. Chris started particle boarding the wood stove shed. And he did put the roof on, which is good. It's got the same roofing as over our deck, the corrugated roofing. But we need to close in the gaps and then do the plywood on the outside and the concrete board on the inside, as he said in some of our other videos. And put a door on and all that. He just started it up. And then it is starting to snow right now. We're supposed to get not much, just like an inch overnight. But either way, we're going to put a tarp or something around this before we leave, just because the particle board, if it gets wet, expands. So